my sister. We reside in Geneva. I served as an agent at the Sioux and Chippewa Reservation for 9 years out west prior to returning to Geneva in 1857. The experiences that I lived and witnessed during that time stayed with me throughout my life. And some would say that the native traditions influenced my life. I became the first officer of the county when I was elected sheriff in 1858. I also served during the Civil War. When it erupted, I was a first lieutenant and later promoted to captain for Company E of the 1st Minnesota. The grisly action that I witnessed would profoundly stay with me for the remainder of my life. But I am not here to speak about those life experiences. I want to speak to you about something not much described in the history books, something close to me, the history of my building. I have a newspaper article here. It comes from the Freeborn County Standard, June 1st, 1871. It's funny how the paper explained my building. The first thing mentioned was that a plank sidewalk was constructed in front of the offices of Dr. Wedge, Armstrong, and Heath. The article continues that there was a 2-story wooden building formerly occupied by F.B. Forbes as a hardware store, a tin shop, and it has gone the way of the earth, meaning it was tore down. One portion of that building was erected in 1858 by John W. Heath, myself, then sheriff of our county. At the time, it was considered quite a venture in the building line and remained for some time without a tenant. The first session of the district court was held in that building in the fall of 1858, and also the first session of the county board under the old township was held in that building back when each township was represented by a chairman. In 1859, it was converted to a saloon and kept for that purpose until 1866. Though passing through the hands of several proprietors, it is not for us to reveal all the mysterious deeds done by the many mysterious rendezvous during hours certain and uncertain through all of this remarkable period. But as the town grew and businesses increased, the structure was feared to be too small. An addition was built on the rear end of the building, equal to the original building. The property finally fell into the hands of Forbes, who fitted up the lower story for a hardware store, the upper story for a dwelling house, and he erected a tin shop and warehouse in the rear. But business increased so rapidly that the family was obliged to move out some 2 years later, and the upper story was converted into a tin shop. In order to keep pace with the other improvements going on in town and be prepared to meet the demands of business, both present and prospective, The old building has now been demolished, and in its place is being erected a more commodious establishment. I find that very interesting. A building gone now as if it never existed. Yet it was here in the early days of this county. It was here in the early days of this city. The lives of many people connected to its walls. The laughing, the sorrows, the witness of time passing. This is the history not written. The everyday lives of families, of meals, the nights of worry, the days of work, all contained in a building that itself has gone away. Dust to dust and ash to ash, we dwell for a short time in this world. So the next time that you see an old building, remember that within its walls is the true history of us, the people who came before. Thank you for your time.